It is 8:30 now. That brings us to our time for the 8:30 High Beam. This morning, a conversation with Abbie Benton, who is the coordinator for Safe Communities Coalition through the Tuscarawas County Health Department. Abbie, good morning.
Good morning, Brad. How are you?
Good to talk to you and hear your happy voice today. So thanks for being on. We do appreciate that. So unfortunately, we have, at least in my opinion, we have entered the colder weather season. I'm not a cold weather person, but that's all right. But that does bring along some extra precautionary needs, does it not, for especially for driving?
Yes, especially as the holidays are coming up, we want to make sure that everyone is planning safe travels this holiday and that they're allowing extra time for any kind of winter weather driving that's going to be coming up.
Yeah, I mean, right now we've stayed pretty clear, but freezing rain, snow, we know that's all on the way. So the Safe Communities Coalition, at least I got a notice of some great winter weather driving tips. Can you, help us out on what those would be? I mean, probably we know most of them, but it's great to hear that reminder just in case.
Yeah, so some of them are going to be making sure that you're checking your local weather and traffic reports before heading out. If the roads are not in good shape, you want to make sure that you're leaving extra time, or even consider postponing the non-essential travels until roads are cleared. And you want to make sure, especially as the road conditions are going to be slicker, that you're slowing down because it's going to be harder to control your vehicle.
Yeah.
You also want to make sure you're increasing your following distance so that you have plenty of time to stop for the vehicles ahead of you. And again, I know that there's going to be plows and other safety vehicles out. You want to make sure that you're not crowding a snow plow and that you're giving them plenty of room. And then also, I just want to state that last year in Tuscarawas County that during the holiday season in 2021 that there was 232 total crashes and 2 of which were fatal. So it does happen, unfortunately, but again, we want to make sure that we're planning for safe travels this holiday and following these winter weather driving tips.
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned the snow plows, and when they're out, it's not illegal to pass a snow plow, but you really have to be cautious. Isn't that true?
Yes, that's super true. Snowplows travel slowly in general just because they're spreading the salt and making sure that they're plowing the roads. They generally make wider turns and they often stop. They also sometimes overlap lanes. I know that they don't try to, but obviously they're doing their job. And they exit the road frequently. So you want to make sure if you are behind them that you're staying far enough behind and you use caution if you are passing the plow.
Couple of other tips I know, texting and driving, that is never recommended, but especially in winter driving.
Yeah, so some tips that we would recommend is putting your phone away or turn it off. Some other things to make sure that you're not having any distracted driving going on is to set your radio station before taking off, whether that be Bluetooth or your radio station. And then another reminder is making sure that you're putting on your seatbelt before you put the car in drive. Kind of reminds you that it is part of your routine of getting in the car, just kind of like what your routine would be in the morning, like brushing your teeth before heading out the door.
At least we hope so.
Yes.
All right. And presetting it to 101.9 FM. But anyway, so these are all good tips. These are all part of Safe Community Coalition. I know you guys you keep track of statistics, it's sometimes cold, but we want zero traffic fatalities, especially. I don't know this year's numbers. It seems like we're maybe a little bit under last year. I hope we can come under. Is there a chance we could come under last year?
There is a chance, but it's hard to say. There has been just a few fatals recently, unfortunately, but again, we want to make sure that, we're still promoting that. We're, again, planning for safe driving. So if you are out drinking this holiday season and you're over the age of 21, you want to make sure that you have a safe designated driver, or you could call a rideshare service such as Uber or taxi, and that you're getting home safely, because this last holiday season in 2021 in Tuscarawas County alone, there was 17 alcohol-related crashes as well as 4 drug-related crashes.
Yeah, stay there. Stay there until the next day. Just don't be out and don't think you're going to be okay because that's usually when you're not. So that's good advice.
Absolutely. And the only thing that can help get you sobered up is having time pass by. So making sure that you're drinking plenty of fluids and,
Mhm.
like you said, stay where you're at until you are able to be sober.
Yeah, thanks. Now, the Safe Communities Coalition, this is part of it's through the Tuscarawas County Health Department. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. And the goal of our safe community is to work together with the community to help prevent traffic-related fatalities and injuries in the Tuscarawas County by increasing any traffic safety awareness. So overall, we hope to increase seatbelt usage, increase impaired driving awareness, and overall increase motorcycle safety awareness as well.
Yeah, so true. So, who's involved in the Safe Communities Coalition? I mean, can general citizens ask and be part of this?
Yes, so at the Tuscarawas County Health Department, any person is welcome to attend our meetings. We have Safe Community Coalition meetings that meet quarterly, and our next meeting will be on February 15th at 1 p.m. Anyone is welcome to join. Some way that they can get information about our safe communities is by going to our tchdnow.org and typing in the search bar Safe Communities. That has some contact information for you. Or you can always give me a call, Abbie Benton, at 330-343-5555, and my extension is 1530.
All right, got all that. Are there any events coming up or times when you're going to be like out and about in the public?
So for the winter right now, we actually are a little bit slow. We just finished up a holiday shopping event on this weekend on the 10th, but it is going to be a little bit before we are back out into the community just because things have slowed down since it is winter time.
I hope some people stopped by and asked questions and said hi to you.
Oh, yes, we had plenty of people. We were right by Santa. It was a great location. Kids love to come and see us. We were able to promote a lot of traffic safety messages.
All right. Well, Abbie, we thank you for being here today. Again, the web address is tchdnow.org. That's the health department. But then you can scan and find Safe Communities Coalition within there. That's what you told me, right?
Correct.
Okay. Or we can call you, 330-343-5555, extension 1530. I hope your phone doesn't ring off the hook, but, maybe you'll get some calls.
Thanks, Brad, so much for your time.
Hey, thank you for your time. We really appreciate it. And have a happy holidays, all right?
You too.
All right. Thanks so much. That is Abbie Benton, who is the coordinator for Safe Communities Coalition through the Tuscarawas County Health Department. Our guest this morning here on the 8:30 High Beam on the BT Morning Show.